We must never forget that at one time the Comto conferences were small in number versus what you see walking through the doors today.
It's amazing how Comto has grown over the years. When I first became a member in the mid-70s, our membership was not nearly the size of what it is today. Yet we had strong leaders and members who had a passion for the organization, and they did everything they could to keep the organization going, even when there were major financial challenges to stay afloat.
What has changed in the industry is that there is a larger number of senior and mid-level managers of color than there were back in the late 70s and early 80s.
That old freedom song, if you miss seeing me at the back of the bus, if you miss seeing me at the back of the bus, well, come on up to the front of the bus, and I'll be driving up there. That says that much has changed in transportation in the past 40 years.
Comto continues to ensure that there is a level playing field and focuses primarily on maximizing participation from all of these minority individuals, businesses, and communities of color. And we do it through advocacy, and we share information, we train, we educate, and we develop professionally.
Especially when it comes to promotions in the industry, professionals becoming general managers, it still leaves a lot to be desired. So Comto is still very important and necessary in order to make things fair in this industry.
And we are recognized by the Secretary of Transportation and others at the national level, such as President Obama and others, who continue to know that we are the premier organization for training, networking, and information sharing, particularly in the minority communities.
I would doubt that there is no one of color or who is a woman who has not had to overcome challenges of racism, sexism within the public transportation industry. As a result of having faced those challenges, I believe that we've become more resilient and stronger and are able to deal with just about any obstacle that's placed in front of us.
And again, I think we go back to those who helped to found this organization. They said enough is enough. They said this is a dynamic industry. We have people of talent and ability who should be not only members of this industry but leaders of it, and we're going to organize and ensure that. And today we can celebrate that commitment and that sacrifice with the reality that we are meeting for the 44th time in one of the first cities of America where the battle for freedom was fought early on.
Comto made it possible for young people of color to aim at making transportation a first-choice career. Preparing the next generation is still a high priority for Comto.
I first learned about Comto through my participation in the city internship program in 2011. After my completion of the program, I could have just went on without continuing to be involved in Comto, but there was just something so different about this organization. It was more like a family.
We must continue to be multimodal, multi-generational, multiracial, and politically relevant. Relevance is the key to power and influence. We have earned it, and we must keep it.
What still needs to be changed is how transit boards provide governance. And Comto must ensure that the goals and objectives continue to advance the organization's role and position within the industry.
And when you are an organization like Comto that does rely on those types of partnerships, federal, state, and local, you need to really lobby and really advocate funding mechanisms that are sustainable for the future and certainly for Comto's future.
And the key issues for me with Comto's future is to continue to grow our membership, because where there is strength in numbers, there's power, and we have a voice. To be a force in the transportation industry.
So if you were to ask me what is the major role of Comto, I would have to say training. Training our youth and our professionals for upward mobility in the transportation industry, and not only in transit, but all modes.
History says that for Comto, there ain't no stopping us now.